With the host of the game last night, Olivia Christian, here with
I
us.
wonder if she thinks that was a bad take by me.
Well, ask her because I don't know
Is
what you're
Brown
talking about.
Sugar overrated? Is it not a good movie?
Brown Sugar or what?
The
Is Brown
movie.
Sugar overrated?
I don't think it's overrated. I feel like when you watch movies when you're young, they play a special part in your life, and so they seem gigantic and amazing. But it was, it was nice.
I was
like, how
disappointed.
young were you when Brown Sugar came out? Like, what are you talking about?
The bigger question is, how old am I now? That is.
I was disappointed in Brown Sugar when it came out. I expected more. And my whole thing, if you listen to Corners of the Culture, I said all they did was just take Love and Basketball and substitute music for basketball. I was like, that I didn't want that.
Essentially, yeah. Well, for those people who didn't see Love and Basketball, maybe that's why they love Brown Sugar. But Love and Basketball, if you go back and look at it, I think Love and Basketball is a nice movie too. But it's like you're playing for my heart. So he loses the game. And he goes to his fiance like, "Sorry, we can't get married because I lost a pickup game." Like, what? How does that work?
I won't allow any Love and Basketball. I'm not going to allow that. I mean, that
see,
you want to talk
something
about a
that you
classic?
just-
That is a classic. Damn it.
I like the movie, but some of this stuff doesn't make any sense. You have to just suspend reality and enjoy what you see.
Well, we know how much Olivia hates black movies. Goodness.
No, Love Jones, and the soundtrack. Number one.
Love Jones is that one.
I don't know if I go number one. That's good stuff. Yeah, it's good stuff indeed. Well, since we're handing out rankings, we're handing out awards. Apparently, Olivia's got her end of the season awards. I'm anxious for this.
There's no cash award related to these awards that I'm giving out. This is my take on an incredible season that the Sacramento Kings performed for us fans. I think, this being Thursday, you all have had an opportunity to really digest the season, talk through your feelings about how the season ended. And I just wanted to shout out some guys that I saw really step up in the playoffs and throughout the season. So my number one, my most improved player goes to Davion Mitchell. Davion last season, we were talking about, he clearly can really lock down players. He's focused on defense, but you didn't want him to be a liability on the court on the offensive end. I still don't think is where he wants to be. I think there's some room for improvement, but I liked the fact that he didn't diminish his defensive ability as he gained some offensive ability. He continued to try to take shots when they were available to him, look for shots, look for others. And I'm glad that we saw some improvement this season. And I remember a while ago, I was on with James Ham, and he was talking about that. Like, he needs to be able to be all these things. And I'm like, he doesn't have to be everything, but you definitely don't want to be a liability. He doesn't have to be a shooter that comes out of nowhere. We've got some of those spot up shooters, but he definitely has to be known for something. And he's known for what he does on the defensive end. Adding that shot is just going to make his stock go higher. So cheers to you.
He can't be a liability there. He doesn't have to be De'Aaron Fox. He doesn't have to be Malik Monk, but he can't be a liability.
Do you guys think he was a liability this year?
This year, no.
This playoffs?
Man, liability is a strong word.
I don't think so.
I don't think liability is the right word. I just think Golden State challenged him to make it. It's like, okay, we're not giving that to Malik. Kevin Huerter ain't hit a shot in a month. We might not even give it to him. We're going to give it to you, though. And through the bulk of the series, he couldn't make them pay for it. Even though he hit one of the biggest three-pointers in recent memory in this series.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. It's like the level expectation for Davion wasn't that he was going to be able to step in for a Huerter or a Malik Monk if the Warriors were going to be able to clamp down on them. But he, throughout the season, showed that he was dedicated to increasing his ability, to gaining an additional skill and working really hard at it. And I think you're right, Damian. I don't think it was a liability. It wasn't necessarily, him stepping up and able to take on that additional role. And I didn't have that expectation for him. But I think he did well, and I give him my most improved player award.
Okay. I like that. What else we got here?
All right, my Stay Ready award. I don't really have that many clever titles for these awards, but Stay Ready.
Is that brought to you by Kia? The Stay Ready award?
Next season, maybe next season. Okay. Staying ready so he didn't have to get ready. I think we're likely all thinking of the same person.
Yeah.
King, Malik Monk, coming off the bench at any time, just ready to engage. He was like, I don't need to sit back and wait to see the feeling of the game. Where can I fit in? He's like, nah, I'm going to come in and do my thing. I'm going to amplify whatever energy is on the floor, add to it, put people in a place to be successful or look for my own shot. And I love that kind of energy. And I have to say, if you aren't a Kings fan and you met Malik Monk in the playoffs, you would hate Malik Monk because of the fiery passion, the talking trash on the court. Like, who are you? But as a Kings fan, that is the type of energy that I love, that dog out there.
I'm going to be honest.
Yes.
It's not what I thought you were going to say.
Really?
I didn't think you were going to say that.
Wait, let me give you my subcategories for this.
Okay.
I have another layer.
Oh, subcategory. Oh, I like this. I like this. Categories and subcategories.
just for this award. I think Alex Lynn, with the way he stepped in during the playoffs, was remarkable. We didn't see a lot of Alex Lynn all season long. He was sitting there cheering people on, but when his name was called game after game in those stressful situations, he did what needed to be done, the best of his ability. And I'm glad that he didn't wander around the court trying to figure it out. He knew what he was called to do, and he stepped in those difficult times. So shout out to Alex Lynn.
Yeah, 0 for 2. Not what I thought you were going to say. No, when you said "Stay Ready" award, I
got another one, another subcategory.
Right. More, man.
3 guys, it's a 3-way tie. The third goes to sensational.
There it is. That's
there
what I was waiting for.
I wanted to give TD a different award altogether, but I'm like, he is a stay ready, and Malik Monk is a stay ready, and then
Malik doesn't strike me as a Malik gonna play. Like Alex Lynn, they don't feel the same to me because Alex Lynn might not play, Terrence might not play. Malik gonna play.
Yeah. Well, that's why I think there's subcategories.
The category for Malik might stay ready for me to whoop your ass. The other 2 might be stay ready to play.
All right, let's add the addendum to there. All right. I like that. But yeah, I mean, of course, TD came in, and he came in with the kind of energy that Malik Monk would come in, ready to step in and bring in some energy, bring in a dogfight, get some fouls if you have to change the momentum of the game, be willing to risk his body, and to look for his shot at the same time. When he was on, he wasn't shy. He's like, I'm just going to keep shooting this until the spigot turns off. And speaking of,
can I mention something on Terrence before you
sure.
through all of these awards in 5 minutes? I want to clarify, and clarifications are always bad. Something that we were talking about on Sports Sunday when Sarah was playing, will they stay or will they go? Right. And I
really
said,
bullying us. Really,
she essentially told me to shut up on live television.
You tell me to shut up all the time.
That's not true.
That's not true.
Not exactly true. I didn't think Terrence would be back. Mm-hmm. I really want Terrence back. I just don't know if he will be. I just want my opinion to be clear. I want Terrence back. Yeah. I just don't know if he will be.
I think he'll be back.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay. I hope so.
I'm with Damien. I don't think he's going to be back. But what was the pushback? Sarah was saying he's coming back, or what?
No. There was no pushback because it wasn't a 4-hour radio show. It was a 2-minute television segment. It was like one word: is he staying or is he going? And I feel like Terrence might not be here.
But
that's not at all what I want.
Yeah, I understand the thought that he might not be here. I think he'll stay. I don't think he's going to get like crazy offers, and I think he'll stay.
Sensational.
We need TD here.
Yeah.
Well, what did you think about my Alex Lynn slip in there?
100%. Yeah.
Okay. That's big time. I mean, that's the ultimate stay ready.
Yeah, like
he didn't play forever.
Yeah, like Terrence was kind of in and out.
Yeah.
Alex was out. And then he started playing. Man, Alex Lynn is good. Like Alex Lynn just, he had one hiccup. I think it was the Minnesota game at home. And then after that, like he was solid until the end of the season. I think he even played in games 1 and
he played
2
and all of them up until 6. I feel like.
Oh, did he? Man, I remember 1 and 2 for sure because I remember we were surprised. We were like, okay, this might end here, and it didn't.
Yeah.
Alex Lynn deserves a ton of credit for that, because that cannot be easy. I can't imagine not doing a radio show for 6 months and then being told, hey, go fill in. The big dog KC is out. We need you to go do the radio show. I can't imagine how difficult that would be.
It's interesting. Like with TD, I was going, like when he would be gone for a while, I honestly did forget that he was down there. I mean, every now and then when they would show you the bench, like, oh yeah, Metu and Rashawn and TD, why isn't TD gone in? So I'm glad how he showed up during the playoffs. And again, throughout the season, when he would get into the game, he played with a lot of passion and energy and excitement. And I think that's something that the coaching staff really asked of everybody, is to keep that level of energy and focus no matter who's in the rotation. So when it was their turn, they stepped in. All right. Are we ready to move to my next award?
Absolutely. Yes. What's this one called?
This one's called Don't Talk About It, Be About It.
Oh.
And it goes to Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray barely smiles.
Talk about it.
He does not talk trash at all. He just goes about his business, soaks in all this information from Domas, from Coach Brown, from the other teammates. He's taking it all in, and then he puts it out on the court. Doesn't talk trash. He's about it, about handling his business. And that's incredible for a rookie.
Do you guys think that Keegan will always be like this? Or is he going to get a little more comfortable, grow up? Not that he's not grown, but you know what I mean? Like get a little older and
I was wondering that too. Yeah, I was wondering that too. No. I think this is Keegan. I think this is his personality.
I think he's gonna get a little spice to him. We saw him when he was comfortable at Iowa, dunked on somebody and yelled.
I didn't believe it until you showed me the clip. I didn't believe it until you showed me the clip.
I'm leaning towards, he might smile every now and then more often when something exciting happens, but I can't see him totally flipping the script and becoming a totally different person and just like,
Did you read the
Keegan with a podcast?
Like, first of all, this is Keegan Murray right now.
Quite frankly, the Keegan Chronicles.
On the volume.
Did you read the story about it was part of the Domantas Sabonis article on ESPN.com, the really, really long one I was telling you about. But did you read the story about the night Keegan broke the 3-point record?
No,
so
I don't think I did.
If you remember the shot, Keegan breaks the 3-point record. Obviously, the camera catches him, and he briefly he smiles, like he burst into a smile, and because it's quick. It's like, how Keegan has like this sheepish, like he'll start to grin and then shut it down. Yeah. He literally he hit a big grin and then shut it down. No more smiling, back to basketball. He wasn't smiling about the record. He was smiling at Domas's reaction to him breaking the record. And that's in the article. Domas was really, really excited about him breaking the record. And Keegan saw Domas celebrating and essentially was smiling at him and laughing at what Domas was doing, and not the fact that he just broke Donovan Mitchell's rookie record for 3-pointers made, which is just incredible for so many different reasons.
Yeah, this might be who he is.
I feel like Keegan is a lot like Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins smiles a little bit more often, but he doesn't seem to get overly excited in any particular moment. But I do think Keegan will increase the number of smiles he has per game as the seasons progress.
Smiles per game. All right, you're in charge of that stat, smiles per game.
No, Will Z can do it.
Will Z tracking Keegan smiles per game. Next year at Media Day, he's going to be, Kenny Caraway's going to ask a question. I can't even find you. We're going to hear Keegan laugh and be shook for years over it.
See, this is why he never laughed, because he knew everybody would make fun of him, and
that's why Kawhi is the way that he is.
I'm gonna be quiet.
My brother laughs one time in public and everybody loses it. He said 2 things publicly: the laugh and the "what it do, baby," and no one has let it go since.
But you know what? If he laughed more often, then we wouldn't just keep going back and forth to that clip. We would get over it already.
Could be true.
The real story there is somebody not hating on us next year at Media Day.
Well, that's a different. That's
the real.
I would not count on anyone not hating on us on media day. I would not count on that.
Hating you
they
too,
gonna keep
or
doing-
hating the Kings?
How they gonna keep what out?
2 entities out.
I,
They can keep this one out, but this one ain't got to do with nothing.
sorry, Olivia. Go ahead.
I was trying to clarify. Hating you two or hating the Kings?
Well, I know this is hard to believe.
People don't like you?
There are some that are a little threatened by D'Lo.
I think that's more of the case. I don't know if they don't like us personally or nothing like that. I don't think that's the case.
Well,
Is it the thighs? Do you guys keep showing off your thighs and it's
bro,
intimidating?
hey, I thought of you the other day,
man.
man. It
Come
was
on, man.
it was Thigh City in
Come
here
on,
last
man.
week when it was like 90 degrees
Man,
out.
oh man,
I had them honor the gift shorts, and I was like, oh,
we
wow.
we talking mid thigh.
Yeah, it was
Easy.
It was bordering on inappropriate. Like if I had sat out during the staff meeting, I would have been really uncomfortable. Like I stood the whole meeting.
I have to say, I'm getting more comfortable with men and their thighs being out.
Better.
It's still not an attractive thing. I'm not seeking thighs, but I don't hate it as much as I did.
Shorts down to the shin. Is that attractive?
There is a whole leg in between your thigh and your shin. There's a whole knee area. There's options there. You don't have to go.
It's got me
booty.
doing a lot more squats and deadlifts, though, the way these shorts are made.
It's gonna be 93 next weekend.
Really?
Yeah,
It's
man.
like 60 right now.
That was crazy.
It's
right?
wild. We got rain last night. It was freezing when I woke up this morning.
Crazy.
Climate change. What are you gonna do? All right, next on my award, my little thing going on here. I can't think of what I was calling it. My Shooter's Gonna Shoot award.
Okay.
Do you know who this is going to?
Keegan. Not Keegan. Kevin Herter.
Herter, of course. He is a shooter, and shooters have streaks. They lose some, they win some. They go off, they go under. He had an incredibly kind of probably underwhelming in his mind, to put it nicely, experience during All-Star Weekend. We had a lot of love for him going into it. He's going to kill it on a giant stage, and he faded away. But he did not let that overwhelm the rest of his season. He didn't perform to the
We
best
should
of
have
his-
known then. We should have known then.
when the lights are bright. Oh.
Oh, we should have known.
Dim lights.
We should have known.
But I feel like he needed to go through those experiences and hopefully be able to pull from that and be able to find his stroke moving forward. But shooters are going to shoot. We see these players who are jacking up 27, 30 footers. I don't think they all should be doing that. Jordan Poole plays on skates.
Hey, leave
but it made
that
me-
man
Everybody
alone.
always taking
Leave
shots at Jordan Poole.
alone.
Why?
I have
Not a
lots of
thought.
thoughts on Jordan. I'm a fan of Jordan Poole.
God, I'd hate to see if you weren't.
The court awareness is not always great. And I don't understand why he looks like he's always on skates. Why is he sliding all the time? Why is he running into people? He doesn't run up and close out on defense. He runs through people. And I when you see players check into the game or they're stepping on the sticky or they're licking the fingers, I don't see him doing that. I don't know why he doesn't do that in practice so he can start and stop and calm his body down and take a controlled shot. But I did not mean to turn Kevin Herter's award into a conversation about Jordan Poole. But those have been my thoughts about Jordan for a while.
Jordan Poole looks like he just walked out of the 70s.
Yeah, I don't know why he don't do something with the mustache.
He has a very ABA type look.
Yeah, I don't
Like
know
he
what's
was
going
Julius
on.
Erling's favorite teammate.
And the funny thing about it is, I was wondering why he didn't edge up the mustache, but he does like edge it up, like because it's not falling over his lips, so he does edge it, but he keeps it angled at a certain. They got to do better.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know why Kevin Durant doesn't get a little brush and
Because
brush that
Kevin
up.
Durant's one of the greatest players of all time.
He can look however he wants to.
Yeah, when you've hit a certain level, you can do whatever you want. Jordan Poole isn't at the do whatever you want. Like Steph only grooms his beard for like game one.
Yeah.
And then he just
then
lets it rock. And then he'll do it again in game ones in the final.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, but Steph is at that level. That's when you know you're a true superstar.
Right.
Y'all can make jokes about hairlines and fades all you want to. It ain't gonna phase LeBron or KD or
KD
got to Chris Paul a little bit. Got to Chris Paul a little bit. The jokes got a little too heavy. Next day, Chris Paul's head was shaved.
CP, you gotta do better. See, I'd be great, But I'd be the complete opposite. I'd always be
Me
lined
too.
up,
I
no ball, no, you don't see none of the grow back on the bald head. Like I'd be like Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's like a superstition thing, like you were saying, like maybe Curry does it the first game of every round for a particular reason, and Kevin Durant's like, well, I've made it this long, so I will never brush my. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is.
They just have to get me out of the NBA for that superstition. Because I ain't going out there with the bald spot. Not doing it.
I don't even know what KD would look like if he got a movie role. Like, how would you?
You didn't see Thunder Up? What is it? Thunderstruck?
That was like 10 years ago.
That movie was so bad.
That was when KD still got lined up. I think it's post Warriors, post titles. He was just like, whatever, bro. I'm one of the greatest players of all time. Yeah. I'm fine.
Kevin Durant.
All right, Kevin Huerter. Yay. Shooter's going to shoot. The biggest cheerleaders or encouragers, chief encouragers, CEOs go to Matthew Dellavedova and Richaun Holmes. I think their energy on the bench, always excited, always encouraging, jumping up when people make incredible shots, high-fiving folks. You do need those kind of people to lift your spirits and to enjoy the high times. So I'm glad that they had an experienced guy like Dellavedova and Richaun Holmes. He seemed to love other people doing well on the court. He didn't get on the court as much as I would like to have seen him, but I think he was happy for folks. Yes, Casey, I see your hand raised. Let me call on you.
Well, thank you. I just, we got subcategories. I feel like Metu should be in there. I thought Metu did a good job of that.
A cheerleader award? Or I don't
I mean, he played too, weird, obviously, but Metu was up.
Yeah,
something would happen. Metu be the first one up. I think
Metu almost stormed the court once.
He did. He talked crazy to Draymond Green in one of them. Yeah. Remember Metu when Rudy Gobert hit the fadeaway?
That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah. Yeah, Metu almost went to the locker room. Metu had it. Metu looked at his team and said, "It's over. Rudy Gobert's out of here doing that. It's over."
That was hilarious.
I think Metu, I agree with you, Kenny. I didn't put him in here, not because he was not a cheerleader, not an encourager, but I just didn't. I know I dropped the ball. My bad. Subcategory Metu.
My observation. These are your awards. My observation. That's all it is.
I appreciate the feedback, though. My next award goes to Domas, and he gets the He-Man Award.
Oh, wow.
He's taken a lot of bruises.
Master of the universe. I couldn't
think of a good one. Like, in any case, we already know why he should get the Strongman Award. I don't know.
Sounds inappropriate. Like, I don't know why. It does. It's just the context of the era. He-Man sounds very inappropriate. I don't know why.
I'm sorry, Odyssey. I will take that sexual harassment course again because I missed the mark with that one. We'll think of a new title for it.
Dude. That was like a 4-day course.
So long. And the thing is, I've been working for myself for like 18 years, So when I joined Odyssey and it was like, you have to do 100,000 courses. I'm like, what is this?
God. Yeah. These poorly acted training modules we have to take at least once every other week.
If somebody passes you weed in the bathroom, what do you do? I give him a high five and say, let's go to. No, I'm kidding. Of course, we don't do that. But in any case,
you don't have to pass it in the bathroom. You could just hand it to him in the hallway. Like, Jesus, California, what are we talking about?
My bad. I don't know. Whatever title you want to put on it, strongman, best. I don't know. Domas took a lot of hits all season long. He's black eyes, swollen eyes, broken thumb. I'm sure he had a couple of concussions that we didn't want to talk about. Just continued to battle, and no one had to defend the paint and make passes and bring the ball down. He did everything, and he took a beating while doing it, and just kept going out there night after night. So, Domas, your award. Take a bow if you're listening right now.
He's definitely listening. Do you have any more awards you want to give out?
One more.
Okay.
The last award goes to, the title of it is You Don't Want to See Us Next Year. Goes to De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox has been about his business all season long and throughout the playoffs. I think he handled the pressure really well. You saw him trash talking during that playoffs with the Warriors night after night, who's getting more aggressive, but he liked it. He enjoyed it. And to go through that experience, to be a couple of baskets away, one shot here, one defensive stop there from going to the second round, he's had a little taste of it. And I think he's hungry. And you don't want to see him next year or any of the Kings. And De'Aaron Fox at the top of that list of Kings that you don't want to have to come across next year.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. I think that's
good job, Bo.
Yeah, that's my favorite award for sure. We'll come back. Make sure you check out The Game Last Night, available on Olivia's YouTube channel. The Game Last Night. She just had a conversation with Dave Stewart that we strongly encourage you to go check out.